everything's fine. It's just I'm really tired and exhausted. Or I might have some sort of, I don't know, depressive episode because of how good the news are. I know it's a paradox that that's how my brain works. Everything's great. I love it in here. We have an apartment, and I have my own room. I have everything that I've ever wanted. And I feel fucking drained. Or maybe that's just because I didn't sleep properly today. I had like 5 hours of sleep, so maybe that's why I feel like this. Soon it'll be my reality, so I need to be prepared. Oh yeah, I just really want to sleep, but I not gonna. Instead, I'm gonna torture myself with some reading. As yesterday. Oh my god. My tablet is up there. And I've drank Red Bull today, by the way. And had a big fucking meal. And I still feel like that. What the fuck is. Ow! Ow! Wrong with me. Ugh! Look what I have. That's actually not for me, but I can't be because I'm the housekeeper. I'm not. I'm just joking around. It's just my mom really likes to make some rituals when she feels like there's things that are gonna be changing in our lives. That's why after my haircut, she asked me to chop off her hair, like to the same length as mine, but it looks a bit shorter because face is her face shape is round, so. Muscador. So what we've done, besides chopping off her hair, Because she said that she always chops off her hair for changes, and I think that's how usually people do it. But usually when they're like 16 or less, so there's everyone's name and her boyfriend's name because he's gonna live with us in her room. She got the biggest fucking room, and I have the one that has a really awkward corner. That's what I'm gonna say. Like a really sharp corner that you can't do anything with. And you can try finding like, I don't know, tables that are this exact shape or whatever. But I don't have anything like it. So yeah, we have Oza to celebrate. Because apparently our strategy worked. Can you imagine me drinking? I'm not gonna. I hate alcohol. Like, I have a lot of reason not to drink. Why would I? To relieve my pain. What pain are we talking about? I have medication for that, so you're not gonna get me. Pull the lever, Kronk. Okay, so we're gonna go back to reading where we left off. I didn't do my homework of writing down all of the translations of every word that we've found new and interesting and fascinating. So we're coming there with as much knowledge as we've had before. Sad else are plight, where frowns are transportation, a hiss the gallows, and a groan damnation. But such the public candor without fear, my client waives all right of challenge here. No newsman from our session is dismissed, nor wit nor critic we scratch off the list. Not rhymes. Actually, it rhymes, but it's really awkward rhyming. Whatever. A bit stretched. His faults can never hurt another's ease. His crime at worst a bad attempt to please. Thus all respecting he appeals to all, and by the general voice will stand or fall. It was a prologue. Jesus fuck, we didn't even start. Spoken on a 10th night by Merce Bulkley. What'd she say? Granted our cause, our suit and trial o'er, the worthy search need appeal no more. In pleasing eye and if inclined choose, he served the poet, I would serve the muse. Like him, I'll try to marry your applause, a female counsel in a female's cause. Look on this form, where humor gained and sly. dimples the cheek and points the beaming eye, where gay invention seems to boast its wiles. Gay here means happy. Just saying. An amorous hint and half triumphant smiles, while her light muscular covers satire strokes, or hides the conscious blush her wit provokes. Look on her well. Does she seem formed to teach? Should ye expect to hear this lady preach? Is grey experience suited to her youth? Do solemn sentiments become the mouth? Well, doesn't rhyme, but okay. We need to slide it, right, guys? We need to slide it off. This is a 17th century book. Piece, play. It doesn't mean it can't be bad. Just saying. Bid her be grave, those lips should rebel prove to everything that slanders mirth or love. Mirth is a great word. Yet thus adorned with every graceful art, to charm the fancy and yet reach the heart, must we displace her, and instead advance the goddess of the woeful countenance, the sentimental muse, her emblems view, the pilgrim's progress, and a spring of rue. Spring of rue, interesting combination, but view her, too chaste to look like flesh and blood, primly portrayed on emblematic wood. Do you need to read in English accent, in British accent? I don't get it. View her, too chaste to look like flesh and blood, primly portrayed an emblematic word. Like that? Still doesn't make sense. If you're going to rhyme, rhyme. But make the rhymes good. Don't get off the checklist. Or whatever. There are fixed usurpations should she stand. I need to recheck what that means. She'll snatch the dagger from her sister's hand, and heaven made her votaries weep a flood. Good heaven, she'll end her comedies in blood. Big Harry Woodward break poor Dunstall's crown, imprison quick. It's the name, I guess. And knock Nutshudder down. Well, he was certainly original with the names. I can say that for sure. While sad Barsanti, weeping o'er this scene, shall stab herself, or poison mercy's green, such dire encroachments to prevent, demands the critic's voice, the poet's rhyme. Can our light scenes add strength to holy laws? Such puny patronize but hurts the cause. Fair virtue scorns our feeble aid to ask, and more truth disdains the trickster's mask. For here the favorite stands, whose brow severe and sad claims youth's respect and pity's cheer, who when oppressed by foes her worth creates, can point a poniard at the guilt she hates. So, it was still a prologue. which I hate with my guts because I didn't understand. Well, I understood what she was saying. She was saying that y'all should hand their bitch up. I guess. I guess she's trying to judge the girl, the muse. Yeah, is that her name? Or maybe you know what? You know what? I have my theory. I think that's I don't know. One of the author's managers who speak publicly on behalf of his name to rate his work, calling him the poet and his work the muse. So y'all should judge the muse. Because she can speak for herself, but it might not be as pleasant to hear as people might expect, I guess. I feel like that's it. Must we displace her and instead advance the goddess of the woeful countenance, the sentimental views, her emblems hue, the pilgrim's progress, and a spring of brew? Do you think she means that do we need to change her? What if I can call my grandmother just looked at the solar eclipse? Oh no. If she'll have some eye damage, I'm gonna lose it. So yeah, that's my theory for now. And now we actually get to read the first act. Finally, thanks. What is she saying? Yes, I knew that. So my mother's staying there in that our new apartment. That's ours. Okay, Act 1. Scene 1, a street. Enter Thomas. I don't know. Enter Tom. He crosses the stage. John. Not the word the author uses. John follows, looking after him. John. What? Tom. Sure 'tis he. Wait, Tom. Tom. Hey, odds life, Mr. John. Give us your hand, my old fellow servant. John. Excuse my glove, Tom. I'm devilish glad to see you, my lord. Why, my prince of charioteers, you look as haughty. But who the deuce thought of seeing you in Bath? What is that, a romance? So gay didn't mean happy. Right. Okay, I'm joking. I'm just... Did he find him in a bath? Whatever. Tom. Sure, Master, Madame Julia, Harry, Mrs. Kate, and the postilion be all come. John. Indeed. Tom. Master thought another fit of the gout was coming to make him a visit. so he'd admit to get the slip and whip. We were all of an we were all off at an hour's warning. John. AAST in everything, or it would not be Sir Anthony Absolute. What's his name? Are we talking about another person? Tom. But tell us, Mr. John, how does young master? Odd. Sir Anthony will start to see the captain here. John. I do not serve Captain Absolute now. Tom. Why, sure. John. At present, I am employed by Ensign Beverly. Can I actually stop dropping names off the bat? Can we at least try to be a bit more, I don't know, not straightforward, but more clear? Because I'm confused as hell now. But nonetheless, we continue reading. Tom. I doubt, Mr. John, you haven't changed for the better. John. I have not changed, Thomas. Tom. No, why didn't you say you had left young master? John. No. Well, honest Tom, I must puzzle you no further. Briefly then, Captain Absolute and Ensign Beverly are one and the same person. Tom. The devil they are. John. So it is indeed, Tom. The insane half of my master being on guard at present, the captain has nothing to do with me. Tom. So. What, this is some freak I warrant. Do tell us, Mr. John, the meaning of it. You know I have trusted you. John. You'll be secret, Thomas? Or you'll keep this secret, Thomas? Thomas. As a coach horse. John. Why, then the cause of all this is love. Love, Thomas, who, as you may get read to you, has been a masquerader ever since the day of Jupiter. Thomas. Aye. I guess there was a lady in the case. But pray, why does your master pass only for insane? I need to Google that word. I can't. What the fuck is insane? Okay, so it's like an emblem. Or flag. So it doesn't mean he wants to take the power over something or some, I don't know, land, but it's currently controlled by a government with a flag. And to reach that, he talks to girls. And that's why he's a bit, a bit off the path, I guess. Now, if he had shown general indeed. John. Ah, Thomas, there lies the mystery of the matter. Hark ye, Thomas, my master is in love with a lady of a very singular taste, a lady who likes him better as a half-paying sign than if she knew he was son and heir to Sir Anthony Absolute, a baronet of 3,000 a year. Oh, so he's lieutenant. So he works in the military. So he's just a guy that works in the military. He has a higher power. Just likes to hang out with girls. Okay. More. That's an odd taste, indeed, says Thomas. But has she got the stuff, Mr. John? Is she rich, eh? John. Rich? Why, I believe she owns half the stocks. Zounds. Tom, she could pay the national debt as easily as I could my washerwoman. She has a lap jug that is out of gold. She wears her hair with small pearls, and all her thread papers are made of banknotes. Love that imagery. That guy for sure knows how to spill the tea. Tom. Bravo, Faith. Odd. I warrant she has a set of thousands at least. But does she draw kindly with the captain? Okay, I need to reread that. I warrant she has a set of thousands at least. But does she draw kindly with the captain? John. As fond as pigeons. Tom. May one hear her name? John. Miss Lydia Languish. But there's an old, tough aunt in the way. Though, by the by, she has never seen my master, for she got acquainted with Miss while on a wizard visit in Gloucestershire. Okay. I know Essex. How's it called? Not capsules. Like some British shit. I don't know. I was learning that while I was like reading Lord of the Flies because all the boys and girls were British. Whatever. Tom. Well, I wish they were once harnessed together in the matrimony. But pray, Mr. John, what kind of a place is this Bath? I had heard a deal of it. Here's a mood of merrymaking, eh? So is it like a public bath? Did that captain, not the captain, like lieutenant, met that Lydia in the public bath? And that's how they met? I'm trying to guess. Okay, I'm reading this passage and I'm out. I don't want to deal with it right now. I'm done. John. Pretty well, Tom. Pretty well. Just a good lounge. In the morning we go to the pump room, though neither my master nor I drink the waters. After breakfast we saunter in the parades, or play a game at billiards. At night we dance, but damn the place, I'm tired of it. The regular hours stupefy me. Nor a fiddle nor a card after 11. However, Mr. Falkland's gentleman and I keep it up a little in private parties. I'll introduce you here. I'll introduce you there, Thomas. You'll like him much. I'm done. I'm actually done. What am I, a fucking literature graduate or what? What do you want me to do with this stuff? I know I had 3 months to read it. And there's probably some, I don't know, translated version. What the fuck would you want me to do with that text? Like, that is boring as hell. Even the tea is not hot. Who are those people? I don't know them. And that's why I have no sympathy for them. They're strangers to me, as far as I'm concerned. That was the same bullshit that was happening to me when I was reading Othello. But he was at least entertaining. No, you know what? Othello is much better than this bullshit. Because we get to meet. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that was Shakespeare. We don't talk Shakespearean here, guys. But yeah, Othello is much better. And actually, Iago is our teacher's favorite character in all of the plays he has. The Shakespeare, I mean. Okay, moving on. I've actually made a story on my Instagram. I've published it. And it's cute. 9 people looked at it. Some of them are my classmates. Photos from today. They're quite cute, if I must say. You know what? If we're talking literature, maybe let me embarrass myself with Minecraft. Because since I'm talking so much bullshit about, I don't know, classic, then I have to give the example of how a good play must go. But I'm not the expert, so. I tried to write a play and I wrote like 2 acts, but they were very short. And I didn't finish the 3rd act because I thought I was gonna do like a standard version, like 3 acts. But it got really fast, really early in the play. We've got like, well, it was, well, I used a good technique. It's called what's it called? The one in the refrigerator, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Where we have the body in the woods that is found by 2 real stupid teenage girls. One of them is rich and one of them is not. But the 2nd act was good enough. I didn't like the first one, but it was a bit dramatic for me and really childish because I didn't know how to portray all the emotions in the replicas, in the lines of every character because it's hard. I'm not that type of a writer who likes to put all of the storyline or all of the lore of the whole story into the lines they speak. It's really hard. And if I were to be a screenwriter, I'd be much better as them as a playwright. That's what I can say. I was really thinking about going into directing, but then I realized that I have no passion for films whatsoever. And I hate actors and I hate Hollywood. Hollywood. I hate it. But yeah, that's. Well, I could do good if it was like some art house niche phenomena of the deep fake internet. How do you say it? How is it called? How do you say it? Darknet. Like niche, uninteresting, black and white, no speaking. Thousand cuts in one scene, like that kind of stuff. I would be like a fish in the sea, you know. So instead of that, I'm gonna read you one of my poems that I've written that I don't really like. Because it was written during my departure from the previous hotel. So I was writing it like in the meantime. You get me. That is a good one, I think. Okay, so this is called Your Signature Smell. And then I'll explain what it means. Because, I'll... what now? Oh my god, they've already placed a sink in the kitchen. Oh my god, they're fast. Okay, so I'll explain everything, my thought process behind everything, and what I meant by each word that I've written. But to be fair, it was like a 2 a.m. poem, so I didn't expect much from it. No, it wasn't. No. No, I was wide awake. I was wide awake. Sorry, it was the other one. It was the other one. This one doesn't have a lot of excuses to be that bad. So yeah, I'm just gonna read it. Your signature smell. You know where to spray your... Okay. To start things off. You know where to spray my perfume. Why did I say you know where to spray my perfume? I already have mistakes in the first fucking sentence. Okay. You know where to spray your perfume. Because that's your possession. That's supposed to be yours. And you'll understand why. You know where to spray your perfume. It's important to know where to put it. Just said one thing. The same thing twice. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything until the end. I'm just gonna read it. It's just my gut instincts making me read it and then at the same time try to correct it. You know where to spray your perfume. It's important to know where to put it. Different fragrances, countless brands. Know them all, so people around know you. Spray under your ears, your neck, your wrists. Remember, the thing about heat, the less is important, much more than the else. Don't go near the trash cans. Don't leave near the filth. As much as you can, don't go near it. Your life's not as great as a fragrance you choose as your signature smell. Sorry, you chose as your signature smell, past tense. Floral, wooden, metallic. As long as it's to others' liking. The brand, known by heart, so you get to announce it when someone wants to smell like that too. Your signature smell might get grander than you. Don't worry. The less they know, the better. As long as the smell is much stronger than places you're forced to walk by omission. But I say by yourself. Because it brings out the isolation under the mask. By yourself. I like that much more. So, the piece is about masking your true surroundings and where you actually live and what actually your situation is, financial, and how you can manage to hide it under beauty, um, fragrances, luxury, how you can hide it under such simple things that might look like a piece of the luxury. It's all about it's all it's also about mask. Okay, I'm not gonna go any further. I'm just gonna go through it again and think how to make it better. Because that is bullshit. I don't like it. I really don't like it. You know? The whole passage, the whole stanza about spraying under your ears and where to put it, I'm gonna just delete that. I don't, we don't need that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read it and just see what I like. Okay? You know where to spray your perfume? Meh. It's important to know where to put it. Delete that immediately. Different fragrances, countless brands. Know them all, so people around know you. I think we can improve it. Look, it's much better when I have a paper. But okay. I think I'm not gonna be like all forever here in this room. Okay. I added different fragrances, countless brands. You can choose. You really want to say from. You can choose from. But I wanted to make a rhythm, I guess. There's no rhythm here. Whatever. Sorry, I need to answer some messages. You know to spray a perfume. Good. Actually, I'm gonna move that different fragrances bullshit somewhere in the back. I'm just gonna move it past the don't go in the trash cans. Then no, another thing or two. I like that. Okay. Now we have a good stanza. You know where to spray your perfume. Interrogation mark. That's better. You know where to spray your perfume? Good. Then know another thing or two. Like it. Love it. Now we can just list things out without getting guilty. Okay. Now I've yeah, what's wrong with me? Why can't I speak? For some reason my vocabulary ran out again. Okay. Maybe that's because I was speaking Russian the whole day. Okay. Don't go near the trash cans. Don't live near the filth. As much as you can, don't go near it. Your life's not as great as the fragrance you chose or your signature smell. Those two lines by themselves are great, but they don't match with the things that has been said before that. It's much more of the latter things you can say in the poem than the thing you can just drop in the second stanza of your poem. I think it goes well with the other lines. Your signature smell might get grander than you. I think those two separate and getting together are a great power couple. Something's in my eye. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So, here's what I've done. I'm still thinking about that stanza. Like, don't go near the... Okay, so you'll get it. That's where I'm stuck. Don't go near the trash cans. Don't live near the filth. As much as you can, don't go near it. But it sums up the next thing I say. Go to the counter instead. Or go towards the counter instead. That would be better phrasing. Go towards the counter instead. Look. Different fragrances. Countless brands to choose from. Choose. Then know them all, so people around get to know you. And gimmicks. Is that how you call them? Let me search that up. What are gimmicks? Punctuation. No, that's not what I wanted. I don't need AI to tell me. Oh my fucking god. Punctuation mark. Quotation mark. Or just inverted comma. So, you is in inverted commas now. Because I feel like that's a good choice to represent how you is actually not you, but your fragrance. Okay. Then I'm gonna separate the one big stanza into two. So it go towards the counter instead is finishes the last stanza, and look is the new one. Then we have floral, wood, and metallic, as long as it's to others' liking. I think we don't need to give them so much recognition. Right. Bye-bye.